She goes, "You having a party?" Hold on. I go, "What? A party?" And I go, "Oh. I'm just ordering the food." She goes, "Enough for 3 people."
No, you have to lie about some party.
I
you're
made
not
up
having.
a whole thing with her.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Townies, I'm on the road, but I had to jump in to tell you about one of our sponsors for today's episode. If you are a pet parent like me, Randy, Jay, we love these little animals. You know about Chewy. And when they say they have everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy, they're not messing around. To keep them happy, Chewy has over 100,000 products from all the brands that the pets love and prices that we love. Food, treats, beds, you name it, they have it. And it gets shipped directly to your door in 1 to 2 days, and not just for dogs and cats, birds, fish, reptiles, and more. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/ this is important, DPT. That's chewy.com/DPT to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/DPT. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Null.
Luke Null, who's
Welcome
got a new
to town,
special,
buddy.
which I wish was called the Null Set, which was just your face with a circle around it and a line drawn right through it.
And there's no when you put it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
a
nothing.
CD, and you
It's
put it
nothing.
in,
It's just
nothing
blank.
in there.
Nothingness.
The Null Set. You have a new special. We'll talk about that at the top of segment 2. But
Love that.
here's
Pretty
the deal.
songs, dirty words.
That's right.
Here's the
Yes.
deal. The world is stupid, and we, all of us, delight in its stupidity.
That's
It
all
is-
we have left.
we
now.
revel in it.
We revel in it. We trade in it. We love it.
Sometimes we perpetuate it.
Yes, we do. And we
sure.
get wonderful stories sent to us. Still, you can send them to us on X. You do at Sklar Brothers, at Daniel Van Kirk,
Hashtag Dumb People Town.
It tells us when they came in, so that's how we see them. Send them to us. And we've had some new people send some stuff in. So
Yeah.
thank you to all of our friends who sent stories in. Daniel, jump into the first
You
one.
ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Sent in by Derek, the legendary daddy, which I only hope is sexual.
Yes.
at
I only saw it as sexual.
at Game Design Dude. Derek's
Great.
been around for a
What
long
does he
time.
do for a living?
I have no idea.
He's a Leatherman.
Oh, fine. He makes
Which
those-
is also sexual.
He's a blacksmith.
He's a daddy, a leather daddy. As a,
He's a Leatherman. He's a blacksmith. All those sound
It's
sexual.
all sexual.
Anyway.
Every single one.
I remember in Chicago, the first time I was like walking through downtown in the Loop, and I just saw like big burly man leather. And I was like, what is this? And then a couple of years later, like, I saw it all again. And then when I started working for the Chicago Reader, I found out it was the International Mr. Leather Fest.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I always thought about the people who were just doing a weekend getaway and didn't realize that they were like
They're like,
entering in
"Chicago's
the
hot."
fun den.
this
yeah.
is-
Or someone from like a small town visiting Chicago is like, what are you here for?
The bean.
Mr. Leather. Where's Mrs. Leather?
She passed away in her sleep. But also,
she ain't
just,
coming.
I like the idea of an international leather daddy
Yes.
fest where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
you could be just like some guy from Sweden who's just like,
Shows
I'm
up
just
on
here
the
for
scene.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quienes,
Doesn't matter where they hold it, I just come.
Quienes tu papa.
Yes.
Woman steals, this is the headline, woman steals jacket artwork on display
What?
at the, I think it's MUSEE Musée Picasso.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
This is in Spain?
Sounds French.
Yeah,
Barcelona?
It's in Paris.
Oh,
If you have a musée,
Musée.
avec un accent aigu.
Yeah.
An
there we
artist-
go.
C'était français.
Oriol
Ooh.
Villanova. What a name.
Oreo
sweet.
Villanova.
Oriol Villanova.
I love
God.
Villanova.
He knows
Those are
where
my
Carmen
favorite
San
Oreos.
Diego is.
He
They
does.
make the best.
You said he knows where Carmen's in.
I love it.
Oreo
Like
Villanova?
his drummer's name is
Oh,
Go
no.
for it.
Thin Mint Georgetown.
I like when you pause because you know you don't want to have to say it.
But it's in there.
I'm so mad. Tag along St. John's, but whatever. We can get
These
into
are
it.
all the
These
Big
all the
East.
Big East.
Yeah. Samoa Syracuse. Samoa
My favorite goes to
Samoa
cookie
Gonzaga.
Massaminos.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Raleigh Massaminos.
All right.
Did they have to change Samoa?
Samoan.
Samoas. They
Right?
called them Samoas. As long as they're
That's
not
what it was, Samoas. I
Samoans.
always flipped them around.
Samosas.
Samosa.
Just really
Very
throw 'em off.
Completely different
Whoa,
cookie.
what's this rice cookie?
What?
Why is there
Filled
a
with peas.
why is,
Fried and
why is there a pea in
potatoes?
my cookie?
The ones at Cheesecake Factory, pretty good.
God
yeah.
damn. Do they really?
Yes.
Cheesecake Factory
They make
samosas are
samosas.
good.
Here's the
Yes.
thing. It's on page 48 of the menu.
Right.
So they don't whip them up often.
This would be such a Carrot Top bit, is to come up with the Cliff Notes of the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
Right,
a
right.
really short.
Small and it says Cliff Notes Cheesecake Factory.
What are you
menu.
reading right
Well,
now? Well, I'm listening to Cheesecake Factory menu on tape.
I
An
don't
audiobook.
I have a long trip.
I don't think
Read
he'll
by
mind
who's
me.
narrating that?
I don't think you'll mind me
Sir
saying.
Ian McKellen.
That'd be so.
I think
good.
it's okay to say this interaction. So Chris Sullivan and I recently went to the Cheesecake Factory
Of course
together.
you
Sick.
did. Of course
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
And
And-
while you sat down, did you say, "This is us"?
Yeah, it is us. So we're sitting there, and one of the women who works there, she walks over and she goes, "I'm so sorry. I don't ever interrupt anyone. My boyfriend and I have been binge watching your show. You are one of our favorite characters. I love you so much. And Chris is one of the best guys
The
in the world.
best, dude.
And so he's like, "Oh yeah, no problem at all." And she goes, "I mean, seriously, every single person, everyone famous comes into this Cheesecake Factory. I don't say Akon, Kanye. I don't bother them at all." But I had to say hi to you. And she leaves, and I go, "You usually get that pairing? Akon
Or
Kanye,
Kanye.
That's
Chris
right.
Sullivan."
That's right.
So it was nice that she sent over a Pizookie in the shape of a swastika.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this was for another table.
Sorry, Kanye.
Kanye
Yeah.
ordered a kosher meal.
Yeah.
Why?
All right. So this guy, Oriol Villanova, we made it 4 words in,
Yep.
exhibited a jacket filled with postcards visitors could remove and examine at the Musée Picasso in Paris. Little did he imagine that one person would take the
The
liberty.
Oh,
entire
you're
jacket.
inviting people
To
to
touch
pull
the
shit
art-
out of your jacket.
No,
Right.
But then don't
Just
touch.
know what you've started.
You
Right.
opened the can of worms.
You
Oh, and
trusted.
then he complained
Yes,
post.
that-
So for
Well, he's like-
fulfilling what
no, he
asked.
complained that someone stole
the
the
jacket.
jacket.
Well, it's Picasso's jacket period.
But it is true. Like when an artist goes, "I just want to break down the barrier between experiencing art and seeing art and the artist."
Sure.
Well, you don't. Once you break that down,
Yeah,
like we've all seen comics where it's like they've engaged
too
too much with the audience,
much.
and then they get mad at them, and I go, "Yes, obviously
Toothpaste is out of the tube.
right." But I'm
yes,
like,
it
"You
You ain't going back in.
you opened this door."
Yes, you did.
And once you do that, you kind of
You live with the consequences.
yes,
That's your
That
life
is
now.
Picasso's toothpaste out of the tubist period.
I had an opposite scenario of the postcard scenario, which
Okay.
is that one time at a gig, I went immediately after a drag queen, and the drag queen announced her set by being like, "Anybody who's feeling it, like, put money in my outfit."
Sure.
Like
Okay.
jam dollar
Yeah,
bills all
yes.
over me.
Great way to make a little extra money.
Yeah, yeah,
Sure. I'd do that instead of a merch
It's,
line
it's
any
its
day.
own merch line.
That's right.
So I follow that act, and I go, "Same deal, but for me." Anybody, I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
funny
yeah.
thing.
Funny, sure.
And here's the thing: is they did
Did
it.
it.
They did it. So I'm in the middle of my set. I perform with a guitar.
Someone
Yeah.
came up and stuck a.
Not someone. 40 people.
Oh, dude.
Were just up on top of me during me
Stuffing
performing,
money into your underwear.
jamming shit into my
Pants.
jacket
Nether
and
regions,
pants, and
yes.
I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, I asked them to do this.
You
This
invited
is a
this.
joke.
You
invited
brought this
it.
on. You brought how much? Do you remember how much you made
It-
at the end of that?
It was all singles,
Of
and
course.
and it was like $78. It was like
Fine.
it was a lot of
Amazing.
singles that I
Amazing.
then had to be like, what am I going to do with all
Go
these
to the
singles?
strip. Go to
Yeah.
the strip club.
I suppose.
That's what you do.
Pay it back,
Yeah, make
put
it
it back.
rain for
Pay it
Yeah,
forward.
exactly.
1 second.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
That's
amazing.
I gotta
so
go.
funny.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
the
once
song's
you
not over,
invite
you're
it,
like-
once you invite it,
and in the moment, I'm like, I can't be mad.
I
This
did
is
this.
throwing me
Right,
off because I asked.
so
for
the
this.
guy was
You
like,
invite it.
"Come in, dig around this jacket, take anything you want out of it," and somebody goes, "I'll take the jacket,"
Yeah.
and he was like, "No."
No.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So in late March, a woman took the blue jacket, which had been hanging on the wall,
Blue period.
took it
Blue period.
home with her, according to French daily La Parisienne. She then had it altered at a tailor's so it would fit.
No.
So dumb.
Honestly, this I'm like, you're an idiot. Who goes to a museum, even if you can take the postcards off,
Yes.
and doesn't understand that you can't
Take the jacket.
something home and, then just get
you
it
wear
altered.
it everywhere.
And
And
she
get
puts
it
it on.
altered.
She's like, "This isn't even. This doesn't even fit." She's mad at it.
Yeah.
She's like,
This isn't my
of all the
size.
nerve to let me steal a jacket that is
Doesn't fit me.
that is at best boxy
You
on
know what
me.
I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tailor this
shoulder
thing.
pads.
Let
Yeah.
me bring it in a little.
Wild,
Yeah.
wild
Well,
behavior.
I'm partially still mad at the guy for being like, I guess technically it's within the rules that I must give you the jacket. It's like you
did.
You
this.
took the how are you about to let that lady walk out the front door?
Well, he's not.
No,
there.
he's not there. He's
Oh,
just,
he's not
he
there.
did the
It's
exhibit
Just
and
an
he's
exhibit
gone.
at
Oh, I
the
thought it was
museum.
off a guy's back.
No, but
No.
there has to be a
It's
security
hanging
guard.
on a wall, and there's postcards in the pockets,
Oh,
and you
so
can
dumb.
go in and take a postcard.
and look at
So a
Somebody goes,
security
"I'm gonna
guard
take the
wasn't
jacket."
looking probably, and she puts the jacket on and walks
Here's
out.
how she got caught. Upon returning to the museum
She goes back to the
Scene of the
museum
crime.
in the jacket
to
probably.
revisit the show, a few days later, the woman who'd been captured on surveillance camera putting the jacket into her bag was arrested by police who happened to be at the museum looking for evidence of this crime.
right.
So a true returning to the scene of the
She
crime.
comes
She
over and
comes-
she's like, "What are you guys looking at?"
What's up?
She's like, what happened?
Nobody's
to
going to say anything about my jacket.
No, she's wearing it. She's like, what happened to that jacket?
Yeah, they have just a clear vinyl jacket with the postcards in it.
Right. Exactly.
While in custody, the
With
woman.
her picture on every postcard.
Have you seen this? She's been banned. It
Yes.
says,
Yeah.
"Do not let
Do
this
not allow
package
this
thief-"
woman to come back to
Yeah.
the scene of the crime.
And she's like,
Wish
I-
you were
I
here
made the
now so
wall.
we could
I made
arrest
the
you."
wall at the museum.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Art. While in custody, the woman, who was reportedly passionate about art, according to La Parisienne, immediately confessed to seeing the jacket, but claimed not to have realized it was an artwork. So what, she thought this was the lost and found?
This was a take one, leave one
also,
scenario.
your
it's not
coat.
yours.
No.
If you saw a jacket just laying on a bench, would
You
you
wouldn't
put it
take
on
it.
and leave? No,
Right.
you leave it in the front.
Police searched her home, where they found it with shortened sleeves.
Well, yeah.
Which
At
is
least it
just a
fit.
great
It fit
sentence.
really great.
Yeah, she's like, I can't. What am I gonna do? I gotta.
For some reason, in my mind, they just mean she had it tailored. But I was picturing, remember that era where
Like
it
a
was
capri?
like, yes,
Yeah.
the
A
capri
yeah, the
arms.
Miami
Capri
Vice.
Capri
of
arms?
this.
Yes.
Of this.
Yeah. I still got Bengals on the brain because I'm wearing a Bengals shirt. But this recently happened, a scenario similar to this where last season someone broke into Joe Burrow's
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
while he was in Dallas on Monday Night Football.
And stole jewelry, right?
They broke in and stole a bunch of stuff,
Right.
jewelry, etc., etc.
Uh-huh.
And then they caught the guys because they were all wearing the stuff
Yes.
out in
Oh,
town.
idiots.
And it's like, you're the dumbest guys ever. You
Like,
can't wear the
you didn't
stuff.
win. You didn't win a national championship, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't
Uh,
win the natty.
I don't want to go too far. Sorry, but just out of curiosity, have any of you guys watched Chiefsaholic, the documentary about the guy who robbed banks on the road?
No.
You know about this story,
The
though.
title alone made
Chiefs
me go,
all
nah.
yes, he was a
He followed the Chiefs around the country, and whatever away game he was at, he would rob a bank in that town.
Oh my
So they couldn't connect all these bank robberies. They didn't know they were tied together.
Right.
Until eventually they figured out, oh, there's a Chiefs
Game.
away game in all these cities, and it was a fan who was like a big, predominant, like well-known fan. He wore like a whole like Wolves outfit and Chiefs gear and all this stuff. So there's a documentary about him about robbing for
He's
tickets.
just taking back the land.
I'm just glad he didn't go with the Native American tomahawk chop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look.
I
That's
agree.
right.
I
You don't
agree.
want to
You know,
come in.
That's
with,
how he got sworn in.
Then that would be a bad bank robber.
That's terrible.
Here's what I don't
But
understand.
I'm still now on his side.
Right. Worthy of getting the money back.
So police go to her house. They find the jacket with shortened sleeves. After a few hours of interrogation, how much time did you need?
You have
Hours.
her-
It seems like you're dead to rights.
yeah. It's like, did you do it? This is
Yeah.
from the museum, right? Arms behind your
yeah,
back.
we broke
There's
her.
nothing
I
else to
can't.
ask.
They're too short.
The public prosecutor's
She has
office.
short arms.
After
got T-Rex arms.
So get this straight.
You want me to go over
She
there?
takes the jacket, which I do feel there's some gray area of like you opened the door here to people being like, oh,
That's
take
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But she take whatever. They determine she's in the wrong. She takes the jacket. She comes back. They catch her based off of identifying her. She wasn't wearing the jacket.
Right.
Then they search her home, which she could have just gotten herself. No. We got to search her home. They find the jacket. Then they interrogate her for hours, all to say this. After a few hours of interrogation, the public prosecutor's office let the woman off with a warning.
What?
What did we do all this
No.
for then?
No.
What did we do? Why
She
did
does
we
not
do
get
all
a-
this?
They should at least make her lengthen the sleeves again.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. You have to
And
take
make
it
you
and have
pay
this
for it.
re-altered.
Have this lengthened.
Yeah.
Figure out a way.
Yes.
You figure out a way. There's not enough material.
Hey,
Yeah,
cut the
there-
material out. I don't care.
Okay.
No.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Put a new hem on it.
I wonder if it was even that nice of a jacket. It's like a
No, it's
shitty-
probably-
Do you have a
an
picture of it,
H&M
Dan? Do you have a picture?
It's just literally just a blue blazer.
Oh.
It's nothing.
That's it.
Villanova's artwork belongs to his Old Masters series, which involved filling the pockets of a blue jacket with postcards depicting artworks by major figures in art history. So he's
So
sort of a
he's
cover
kind of-
artist.
Yeah, he's kind of like the
Cover
fat.
artist.
He's the fat Jewish of
yeah.
He's a collector,
yeah,
an
an
amalgamator.
amalgamator of other people's art.
At the Musée Picasso, the jacket was filled with postcards purchased at flea markets. Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And museum shops, all with images of Picasso's work. The jacket appeared next to a black and white photograph of Picasso in his studio and was presented in Picasso à l'image.
What's
Tried.
the name of the exhibit? Post-Casso?
Yeah.
There you go.
Post-Picasso
Was
Malone.
it? What was Joe List?
Pre-Picasso.
Pre-Casso? Post-Casso?
Didn't Joe List do a bit about how Picasso lived all the way until like 1970?
Yeah, he died in like
Right.
72
72 or
something like that.
74.
Yeah.
So like all the things he knew, like
That
you
he
keep
saw.
thinking of him as like someone from like
centuries ago.
1700. No, he lived till 1974.
He definitely
a great-
saw a black and white or a color.
When the
TV.
museum told me that the artwork had been stolen, I was surprised, but it was impossible to envision the story that followed, Villanova told ArtNet News. But Villanova disputes this. I've always exhibited this artwork in the same way in other museums without any problem.
Sure.
As there were security guards that guaranteed its safety.
You know-
Other museums insured the artwork. If I had been aware of the risk of theft at the Musée Picasso, I would have never exhibited it, he said, adding that the 150 postcards were also destroyed by the culprit.
I was about to say, were they? Because if we're encouraging
Yeah.
people to take the
She
postcards,
took
out,
every postcard in there and then just threw them away.
Look,
really
she's
dumb.
like,
I don't want
need
all
these.
this. I just
Let
want
me
this
say,
jacket.
I'm not advocating for anybody to steal any artwork. I think it's
Fair.
terrible.
Good place to be on.
That said,
that being said, you did not make these postcards. You
Right.
did not spend years and years crafting this.
Right, you got to go to flea markets.
Right. You went to flea markets and bought other
and
postcards.
jammed them in an H&M suit or the suit that they give you at a stuffy steakhouse when they're like, you can't wear flip-flops here,
Get
sir.
the jacket
Sure.
out from
Get
the
the
back.
jacket.
I've had to do that before.
You've had to do
yes,
that?
I was given a
always
jacket to
way
wear.
Did it
too
smell?
big.
It didn't
Yes.
smell,
Yeah,
but it
usually
just
it's
was
big.
like the one part of it was just too big. I was like, this sleeve
Shoulders.
is too long.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shoulder pads were huge.
But
There's
it's-
some like anytime they make you wear like a life vest, like if you've ever gone like canoeing or
Yeah,
brewing
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
it is, they're just like, here, wear this like life vest. You're like, this smells like 1,000 of the sweatiest dads
Yeah,
ever.
Ever.
You know,
Yeah,
you're
this-
just like,
this-
I'm gonna be in this all day. And
This
you're
sells
well, she
this
found the
smells
jacket
like
of her
depression.
dreams.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The theft raises questions about Musée Picasso security system. However, the museum told ArtNet News it proposed to the artist to secure the jacket on a coat hanging system, which would have prevented it from being unhooked off the wall.
By the
So
way,
you
that's
could have
where
mounted it to the wall without
Yeah,
a
could have done it.
fucking easy little.
by the way, that's where I get all my news is ArtNet News.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I literally
Very
do a
unbiased.
I have an
full-
alert.
Yeah.
This option was not chosen by the artist because the public could not have manipulated the work easily. He wanted people to be able to handle not just the postcards but the jacket too. Well, they handled it.
Yeah, they handled it.
Due to the
Handled it
nature
right
of
out of there.
Villanova's piece, it was not insurable for risk of theft, the museum said. The artist was aware of the risk of the object being stolen.
Get another blue blazer, buy another bunch of postcards,
Postcards.
stuff it in, and no one's going to
We're
give
gonna
a
wrap
shit.
it up.
Take one trip to the flea market.
Nobody will
Right.
care at all.
We're going to wrap it up. Based in Brussels, Villanova describes his method of working as, quote,
Stealing other people's shit.
flea market studio practice. Buddy, get in line.
Get in
That's my
line.
life.
Yeah.
How are you in a museum?
How
I know.
like
How are you
It
in
belongs in a museum
For
This
someone
makes
to
me-
take.
this makes me question
for a
the-
lady to walk out with no security. They're like,
None.
they were like, we have security guards. They're like, that woman's just walking out with a jacket,
Right.
no problem.
Security probably didn't even know that was an exhibit.
They're like, that's the
Yeah.
That's our joke when we would go to like museums right now. We'd go and
just
look at the
stand
exit
at the,
sign.
at the exit sign or
We'd be
like,
like,
a
this
men's
is-
room. It's like this is
This is
unbelievable.
incredible, and
This
we
is absolutely
and
beautiful.
talk about it
craftsmanship.
as like it's so real.
It's got braille.
It's
Yeah.
making me think. Yeah, it's like raised up. It's making me. Don't touch it. Do
No,
not
no,
touch
no,
it.
no. Do not
This
touch
is
it.
And
so
definitely don't say it.
fascinating.
Okay, we will get out of here on this.
No.
How old is the woman
Oh,
who
stole
stole
the
the
jacket?
jacket? We going young and dumb. We
Young
going
and dumb,
old and
23.
unwitting.
I
Young
go
and dumb.
old. I go pensioner.
Okay.
Okay, so how old?
65.
I said
65,
23. Michael
23.
Jordan.
48.
48. The end of story one. We'll conclude with this. The woman who took all the postcards by means of a jacket, then got rid of all those
Just
postcards.
felt like it was okay for her to just take art off the
Then
walls of a museum.
Literally went back to that museum,
She's a season ticket holder.
which has one less thing for her to see because she took it,
right. And
She
it's like,
removed it.
where did that go?
is 72 years old.
Oh!
There he
You're talking
is.
about Luke
You
Null.
should know better, old lady.
You know what,
right.
gal?
You were on it.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find about Luke Null's new special.
Yes.
Very excited about it. It's Pretty Songs, Dirty Words. Am I right? There you go.
And Daniel will tell you what
He's got
doing.
going on.
Yep.
It's Dumb People Town with Luke Null. We'll be right back.
Rip it and rip it.
Yeah, baby.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get into Luke Null and his new special.
And we will.
It's Pretty Songs and Dirty Words. Not and. Pretty Songs, Dirty Words.
Yeah, there's a
Daniel,
comma.
Dirty Words. Daniel, tell people where they can find you and see your special Rose Gold
Boom, boom.
up over 100,000. Very
Yep,
excited.
that's over on
Oh,
YouTube. You can watch that right now if you haven't.
go.
If you want to see me live, go to danielvankirk.com.
Yep.
I'm going to be in Providence, Rhode Island, the 20th and 21st of March. Then the next weekend, on the 28th and 29th of March, I'll be at Denver Comedy Underground.
Great.
And then
Nice.
Milwaukee at the Laughing Tap on April 11th and 12th. May 23rd, Janesville at the Comedy Cabin, and then Louisville, Planet of the Apes, May 30th.
Tapes.
30 Planet of the Tapes. I'm
Tapes.
sorry. Thank you. I love that club.
Ah.
It'll be my third time there. First time
Nice.
doing a full weekend. I've always done where I'm on tour, doing one night here, one night there.
Yeah.
So it'll be great to be
Full
there for the
weekend,
weekend. That's the
baby.
30th and 31st of May at Planet of the Tapes.
Dan, are
in
you going to
Louisville.
go to the Muhammad Ali Center?
I didn't know that was
Or the
Oh.
KFC Yum Center.
You
Yeah.
should,
The Yum
you
Centers?
should also go to the
the
I will do.
Louisville
Slugger
Slugger
Museum.
I've done that.
You can go down to the basement and swing a bat.
place the 2 times I've been to Louisville. Well, I guess I've been there 3, but 2 of the times I've been there, I've gone to Buffalo Trace, and I will probably go do
Nice.
that again, especially
Nice.
if it's
You did
a
say it right
Blaze, yeah.
too, because you know the Louisville people.
Yeah,
Louisville.
I
They'll come
learned.
for you.
I learned.
The more you
Worcester,
swallow
the
it, the
Worcester
better.
people.
Louisville.
Trying to get a date for Worcester as well. The Worcester people and the Louisville
Worcester.
people have gotten
Worcester.
me. Even the Boise people.
Boise.
Boise.
yes.
Boise.
Think of it as BOY-SEE. That's how you say
Boise.
it.
Boise. They don't like
Boise.
the Z.
Right.
They don't
Is
like
what
the
they're
They don't
Z.
like Boise. Yeah, it's Boise.
Boise.
yeah.
Everything's up at danielvankirk.com. I would love to see you. Speaking of seeing someone, this guy
Luke
has a
Null,
special.
amazing live. We got a chance to work with him down in Houston. So much fun, just a blast, and just incredible.
And
I
the
had
special-
the best time because that was during the
National
Natty.
Natty Championship.
And
game.
we were down in Houston with a audience exclusively of the drunkest Big
Oh
Blue
my
Michigan
God.
fans.
They were not a great comedy audience, let's
Uh,
be honest, but
I'll-
we had fun.
We had a great time because if a bit that required any level of
Thinking?
like follow me for
Yeah,
1
yeah,
millisecond,
yeah,
they
Gone,
weren't gonna do
gone.
it.
Right.
But you could immediately win them back when your bit didn't quite get what you wanted by just going, "Go Big Blue!"
Yeah,
Like,
go Blue,
"Ah,
yeah.
Big Blue, go Blue!"
Let's go crazy.
And I'm like, "All right, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be
You
a good." night."
were fantastic, but you have a new special called Pretty Songs, Dirty,
Dirty
Words.
Words.
coming out on
800
March
pound-
25th
That's right.
Everybody can see it on the 25th.
on YouTube.
YouTube, go on there, leave a mean comment because
No.
that boosts it in the algorithm.
Does it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
anger goes farther than kindness.
You gotta, and I want you guys to have a problem with it, and I want you to express that
Let's
via type. I want you to make an account.
Thumbs up and
Yeah.
thumbs
Type it.
up the video, but
Thumbs
then make
up.
a super mean
Yeah, be
comment.
like-
Yeah, be like,
Heard about this on
when's
Dumb
the
People
funny
Town.
part?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy
What the
Hate
sucks.
this
hell?
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
play
you
the
hate him more.
Guy
tambourine.
shouldn't be playing guitar or doing comedy.
Here's the thing. I've heard it before. I'll hear it again.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
So I want to juice
also a
that,
goddamn
juice those
delight.
comments.
Where'd
Hey,
you record it?
I did it at Dynasty Typewriter.
Oh,
One of my very
beautiful.
favorite
Oh,
places
dude.
in LA. Oh my goodness gracious! Really good popcorn.
Yep,
Great popcorn and great venue.
Great
Really,
venue.
really cool.
And it looks beautiful.
And I
Ryan
got-
Sickler's last special that he did there was amazing.
Yeah, it's true.
I went all out, y'all. I did. I cashed in on a lot of favors. I got Wayne Brady comes and improvises a song with me.
Wow.
Had to edit that part down because they said you can't just leave in Wayne being so funny and you laughing at what Wayne says.
That's right.
You have to contribute at some
Yeah.
point.
He
So
is
I had
so,
to cut
so funny.
He's great.
just the 2 seconds where I'm funny too.
Okay, good.
I have a Tupac hologram of myself. That
What?
Yes.
This is
I really
great.
go all out. I called in all the favors. I got a
Beautiful.
full
So
band
cool.
song.
Oh my
You know,
God.
I can't
Dude,
wait. To
I
see
can't
this,
wait.
man.
I love it. All right.
25th, Pretty Songs, Dirty Words. That's amazing. And then you're touring around doing some, you were
I'm
just on the
touring
road all
around.
Feb. Where can people catch all your dates?
Man, oh man, just go to friggin' LukeNull.com or hit me on the gram. I'm blasting it out on there.
At
But
Luke Null.
I'm doing a Planet of the Tapes this summer. I'm doing some Denver. I'm hitting it up. I'm all over the place.
Just
Nice.
a joy of an evening to come and catch.
It
Yeah.
is
Okay.
so
You're very
fun,
fun.
and funny, and stream of consciousness and brilliant, and unlike anything else.
It's
that exists.
remarkable. It's remarkable.
It's like how you riff because Randy and I have a lot of questions. We're like, how much of this is written because it feels super written because there are a ton of jokes, and how much are you just kind of feeling and going?
Just your ability to create a song with a really beautiful voice that is hilarious is just beyond me.
It's all too kind to take. I'm a dumb ass.
Right.
Mhm.
And anyone who plaws music will go, I know it. He's just looping chords. And you know
But
what
the
I mean?
regular
But
people don't know.
that's right.
We don't know. Us
I know you're
dummies
looping
don't
chords.
know.
I have a hoot up there, and I love watching you guys too. Just anybody who has a style and a cadence different than how my brain works.
That's right.
It's fun to watch.
This is different from us too. That's
Same,
wonderful.
same.
All right, I'm gonna jump into this story. Ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sent in by David Johnson at D Johnson 1661. You ready
That's
for
funny.
this?
That's
Here
when
we
he
go.
was
year he was
born.
born.
Yeah, exactly. He sent this in.
No,
from-
it's a new Taylor Sheridan show.
Oh yeah, 1661.
They just keep going
Keep
back
going.
until there's no one living in Montana.
Right.
You know what I-
This file
Taylor
this
Sheridan's
file this
Amoeba.
whole story.
Yellowstone Age.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That was pretty good.
File this under. I can't believe this doesn't happen more.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna file this under.
Ooh, okay.
Woman arrested at Indiana Applebee's after argument over all-you-can-eat deal.
Yup.
How is that not happening all over?
Yeah. How do you not
My-
have a sign, Indiana Applebee's?
My upbringing has me at this part.
Who
in
are
the
you
story
mad at now?
On her side.
On her
I'm
side.
saying my own upbringing. All you can eat Applebee's in the Midwest. So far,
Let 'em
no
eat.
other details.
Let her cook.
Let
Look,
'em cook.
Let him cook.
no other details too. I'm on her side so far until we go over the point where it's like, are you eating it all?
That's right. Okay. So
Because there's like the guys at the things that will like grab all
Scoop
the
it in.
lobsters.
Yeah, nope. You can't
And then
do
you're
it.
like, no, you can't do that.
Can't do
can't
that.
do that.
Well, so the other thing is John Panette, who's one of the
So
may
funny.
he rest
May
in
he
peace,
rest in peace.
did a incredibly racist, by today's standards, imitation of him showing up at a Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yes, I've
But
seen
the
that
also the if
But
he,
if he didn't
you
do
did do the voice-
This is my thing, guys,
If
because
he-
I have a bit right now where I have to do the voice.
Right.
And I've started doing a bit before that bit
About-
where I say, can we start doing two things? And both these have to be true.
right.
What do we know about the person doing this dialect?
That's right.
And what are they saying in the dialect?
That's right.
Yes.
So if I'm saying something disparaging about people who sound like the
Yes.
voice that I'm making, shut up. If I'm just trying to paint and you guys
Yes.
know I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to paint the
Sure.
truest
picture
photo to
of
you.
what
Right.
they
Because-
said.
Are you not going to do the Boston guy, his accent when he's telling you can park
Can I
the
tell
car?
you what it is
Pack
really
the
quick?
car.
It's very
please,
short.
do it.
Please.
I go to a
Yeah,
Thai
do this
restaurant.
Chinese accent. Oh,
Yeah,
Thai.
Thai.
I go to
Thai,
a Thai restaurant that I've never been to before.
Sure.
They do not know me. We are not friends. I'm not a regular.
And
we
it's
don't
not a
have,
massage parlor
we
too?
don't. I wish. We
Okay.
don't have a rapport. Okay.
Unhappy endings.
I then order, and I do not think this is insane.
Go for it.
I gotta pause the bit.
Do it.
Yes.
I just want him to cut in with the like do the eyes, do the absolutely like tasteless,
No. Right,
just
right.
the word like where he goes. Can we just pump the brakes? That there's a way to do it that's not
Right, it
racist,
is
and then he does
horrible.
just 10 out of
I-
10, the most possible.
Then he's like a
racist.
Bobby Lee
Yeah.
bit. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I look like Mickey Rooney all of a sudden.
just the most brutal. You're like,
Like he puts in like buck teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horrible.
All right, go ahead.
That's
Really rough.
horrible.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Horrible.
that bad.
But that isn't funny if you don't hear what she says. I order chicken satay.
Sure.
All right, I'm
Fine.
going to see if you can do this bit without doing her accent.
Wait, so now you want me to do it without?
No, I want to
No,
hear
I want
both.
you to do it, but in my
Okay, okay,
brain,
yes.
I'm going to listen to be like,
and I would welcome,
can you do
especially
this?
from the three of you.
Can you do this without the
Without
accent?
the-
I order chicken satay.
Sure.
I order pineapple fried rice.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Great.
And I order pad thai.
Sure.
All good.
Not right?
You order a Tide Pod?
She goes.
Pod Tide.
She goes. You having a party? Hold on. I go, what? A party. And I go, oh. No, I'm just ordering the food. She goes, enough for 3 people. And then she points down at the thing she just wrote down. It said enough for 3 people. I was mortified. And then
Right.
I go on and into the bit and everything like that.
You
There
can
might be
do
a
her
way you
voice
could-
because she's being a bully to you.
She's being
Yes.
She's
And
shaming
I'm not
you.
saying she goes.
She's
uh,
order
Are you
shaming
having
you.
a? But what if you just said it this way? She looked at me and she said in a Thai, like in a heavy
Thick
Thai
Thai
accent.
accent.
Thick Thai accent. Are you having a party?
Sure.
You could say it that way, and I was like, a what? She's like a
party.
party, and
Sure.
I was like, no, it's
Right.
just for me. She's like, it's just for me, and you're eating enough for 3 people.
Yeah, fair, maybe.
You might be able to.
I think he's got to do the
but
voice.
I don't want it to be ruled out because
I
in
think
the
you have to
scenario,
do the
I am in
voice.
no way saying.
I think
like,
the voice
No,
anything
and I don't think that the
disparaging.
joke. I don't think that the joke
Is-
hinges on it being in the accent. It is more just this is.
what I heard.
Yes,
What it-
I'm
this
just
is
And there
recreating
is-
exactly.
there is something funny about somebody who very clearly English is not their first language, who is flat out bullying
Who's
an
roasting
an
you.
American.
I don't, because I'm like, because then she
roasting
goes,
the shit out of
she's
you.
like, how many forks do you need? And then I panicked because I feel so ashamed, and I was like, 4.
How many forks
She
you
asked me
need?
again for the party. I was like, yeah, they all.
Yeah, they're coming.
They all made me come get. It was to go. I'm like, yeah, they all made.
No,
me
you have to lie about
come
some
get-
party
I
you're
made
not
up a
having.
whole thing with
We are
her
having a potty.
because I felt so ashamed.
We're having a potty.
All right.
All right. A woman was arrested in an
Dan, I like
Applebee's
it.
restaurant
I'm
in
for it.
Portage, Indiana. You ever been to Portage, Indiana?
Yes, of course. I have
Anybody?
friends from Portage, Indiana. It is essentially a South Chicago
Indianapolis?
suburb.
Okay.
No, it's a. It's
Oh,
like a-
Northern
Oh,
Indiana.
we
yes,
were in Portage.
It's right up by the city.
We were in Portage. There's like a whole train like depot.
Sure,
thing
yeah.
over there. Okay. Indiana, earlier this month, after an argument occurred about an all-you-can-eat deal offered by the company. The woman, and we'll talk about her age later, was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct, according to a arrest report obtained by USA Today.
I think
According to the
Luke's
arrest
right
report,
about what happens here.
officers with the Portage Police Department were dispatched to the Applebee's located at 6211 U.S. Highway 6 around what time on August 2nd?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask about the age of the lady again, and I was going to say same lady, 72.
Ah! You never know.
If I remember correctly, this is a
She's like, I'm having a potty.
Thursday.
You having a potty?
I'm having a potty.
Thursday
Having
at
a
an
potty.
Applebee's, and she's arguing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. What did you say?
6 p.m.
That's a really.
You knew it was a
that's
Thursday because your birthday is 2 days later, 3 days
3
later.
days later. Yeah.
And this is the point that she's being kicked out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
This is when the police were
After
called.
a verbal disturbance. Was
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go 9:30 p.m.
9:30
Hit-
You said 6.
Six.
What do you
Hit
think?
me with an early window. Hit
Oh.
me with a lunch problem.
Okay.
Where culminating in a 3 p.m.
We've been
Evacuation.
drinking 3 p.m.
Yes.
We've been
Yeah.
drinking
3
all
p.m.
morning.
Yes.
All right, fine. All right, get your answers in, townies, because this happened around 8. Just say around.
Okay.
Around 8:38 p.m.
Okay.
Don't say around 8:30.
And then be
Don't say
super
around.
specific.
It's 8:38 or it's around 8:30.
8:30.
Yes.
You, like
Yes.
you idiots.
Yeah, don't say
Or
around.
just before 9.
Yeah, just because they were like, we were going to
around
list the seconds.
8:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around 8:45, I would
Yeah.
take that. Around a quarter to 9. Police dispatchers advised responding officers that they heard, quote, multiple females screaming and threatening people. One of the responding officers wrote in the report. So this is like what you're walking into.
Yeah.
Lots of people screaming and threatening at Applebee's.
Mhm.
And this is like in the neighborhood here.
And this is supposed to be a fun place.
Right? Applebee's is chill.
And remember, this is when it is not your locally owned restaurant. The people who are there do not have enough authority to like they're
No.
mid-level management. That's the highest person in the restaurant.
So officers arrive on the scene, and they were immediately met outside by multiple adults, including the women who said they had been involved in a verbal altercation. They're trying to get in front of it. They're trying to get out of that.
yeah.
We got into an
Oh,
argument.
thank God you're here.
Oh, thank
because-
God you're
Thank you,
here.
cops.
Thank you for coming.
Yes,
You mean
this
the
is
people?
Like, this is like tech
You'll be on
companies.
our
You want to
side.
be first to market.
But
That's
I
right.
Yeah.
But I also
That's
love.
right.
Here is another story that is in this article that like you could click to. I didn't, but I just am going to read this headline.
Please.
Which, like, if you're enjoying this, you will love
yeah.
this
Yeah,
one.
you
I love
read
these.
this, so you're definitely going to
Stolen chicken wings. Kansas City Chiefs player offers to cover $1.5 million in stolen chicken wings to free woman.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
another story.
Love that.
Over $1 million
And
of
stolen
stolen
chicken
chicken
wings?
wings.
And the
So we're
Chiefs-
talking a deep freeze. You can't $1 million of
How-
chicken wings.
Right now.
Yeah.
And we're
How many
all
wings
trying to
could I
lose
eat?
weight.
I haven't eaten all day.
haven't eaten all day. You look great. You look like you've lost
Thanks,
some
you
weight.
guys. I'm the fattest I've been in
Are you
360.
serious?
I'm trying to be on my way down. I'm
You're-
with you
You
guys.
look great.
Are you
Jake.
gonna ask
Thanks,
us how
guys.
many
I'm
wings
mucho
we could eat
fucking-
right
how
now?
many? And
How many
would
wings?
you
Boneless?
mix
Drums
them?
or flats?
I say drumsticks instead of.
Oh, I
flats.
like drumsticks all day.
I like
How many
both.
could you eat right now?
20 tops, and I'll feel sick.
Okay. Can we talk really fast
Yeah.
about the fact that we're just doing drums
Just doing drums.
at a spice level that is not
Tolerate.
going to
yeah,
repeat.
it's not off the charts.
Now there are places where you'll go to like your random ma and pa joint where you're like, this is where or like I ordered the wing stop wings. We're like, what chicken is
I know,
this?
it's just
Yeah.
A normal amount of wings.
Right. How
I
many?
could top out,
Yeah.
man. I could top out. I bet I could do like 24. 2 sets of 12.
2 sets of 12.
Two
What do you
12s,
think?
2 sauces.
Pretty strong.
a lot.
Easily 64 wings.
No,
You are full of-
I feel like if you did the little
I could do
Domino's
40.
wings,
I could do 40.
Jason's
I could
thinking
do
that he's
40.
in college and they're
Nope,
chicken
I could
nuggets.
easily
That's
do
what-
64 easily. 'Cause
That
I
is-
have a problem.
Jay and I were at the Improv, and they're like, "You guys want some?
Insane.
Jay and I
There
were at
is
the Improv.
no
They're like,
way.
you guys want some boneless
Boneless
wings?
wings?
We housed
Well,
so
boneless
many.
wings
boneless
is different.
That's chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's fancy nug.
And then there's like, if you ever made the mistake of ordering Domino's pizza wings, the wings are like micro machines,
Yeah.
and you're like, what are these chickens that you guys are? These are veal chickens.
baby
These are
chickens.
chicks that
All
you
right.
are murdering.
Jay, I love you. I don't think you could eat 32 wings.
Dan, I could easily eat 64.
The
and,
group-
and if you want to fight me, and if
I
you
would never
want
fight
to
you.
challenge me to
No,
that, I
don't do
will
it.
easily do
The
it.
group thought all
How
you-
much meat are you leaving on these? Because there's
None.
people who you see their discards, and you're like, baby doll.
All drums, I could eat
What are you doing?
64.
So
Dan.
by the way,
64.
So now this
Dan,
is
let's do it one of these days,
fine.
and I'll do it.
This is
64.
really this is gonna now now we'll see if you're on their side.
Okay.
The group thought all you can eat $15.99 deal covered everyone at the table.
That's horrible.
It does not.
No.
That's horrible.
One person, all you can eat. That's the rules.
no
'Cause
longer on
It's
their
not
side.
all of you can eat.
All you can eat.
No,
it's not
one-
all everyone can eat.
So
No,
what,
you-
their
so
thing
once
was one
everybody-
person ordered it,
and we'll all eat.
and we'll all just
You
go up
can't
as
do
much
that.
as we want.
So what you do is once you see other people eating off that, you charge everyone
You charge them.
$15.91.
Well, and you go up to them and go, "Hey guys, just so you know, and
Just
maybe
gonna-
you didn't understand. I just saw a couple of people eating this. We do have to charge each person who consumes the
That's it.
order.
That's
and
it.
if they go, "Oh, we're not doing that," I'll be like, "All right, cool. Just don't have any more. Maybe you didn't know, whatever reason.
Now
But
you
if
know.
just so you know, I won't even have to come over if I see you guys doing it again. I'll
I'm
just
going to
charge
charge
you.
it. Yeah. According to the arrest report, the group was under the impression that if one person at the table ordered all you can eat, it was good for the entire table.
That's
wild.
the dumbest thing.
Who is under that impression?
These aren't
clown?
appetizers. According to
Under that logic, if we're all in a car and I'm going 25 over the limit,
according
you
to
guys
the
all get
chain,
speeding
the
tickets.
all you can eat deal in question is one that offers endless boneless wings. Now I'm watering.
Okay.
Mouth is watering. Riblets and double crunch shrimp. God,
this is all part of the
I'm a
package
single
for
crunch
$15.99.
shrimp kind of guy.
served with endless fries for $15.99 per person. The whole point of that is like a regular person can't handle
All
so
that.
much of it that it's going to
Right.
be terrible.
Right.
When the manager informed the table that it was not the case, each person would have to pay $15.99 for the deal.
Sure.
Words were exchanged,
Yep.
quote unquote, according to the arrest report. The
Group
group told
F no, bitch.
Yeah.
I think were the words that were
If
exchanged.
you're going up to a table who's already done this and you've seen them in your restaurant for a minimum of 35 minutes,
Yeah.
just on the phone, 9-1,
Yeah,
and then
just
walk
show 'em.
over there.
Yeah.
And then
and
just
hold
have
it
it
up.
ready.
Hold
just
it up.
be like, I'm
Hold it
already,
up.
I know.
Hold it up.
Yeah.
9-1. The group told the policeman that the manager became, quote, very unprofessional towards them.
That
and
might be true.
Nowhere on the menu did it state that the deal was per person. So
Oh,
now they're
okay.
lawyers. Now these guys are
But it
like,
actually does because the word you is singular.
Thank you.
Right.
The responding officer said that in the
All
arrest
you
warrant that
can
the
eat.
woman
Use.
the woman
All
then handed him a menu. Like, she's like trying to litigate this thing,
Right.
which showed the words per person underneath in bold letterings. All
Yes.
you can eat.
It don't say
100%.
that anywhere.
It does not say
Immediately
it.
underneath.
You need
They
right-
start having kangaroo Applebee's court. I'd like to enter into evidence exhibit A, Your Honor. And there's one guy over at the bar being like, I'm the judge.
They gave us the apps and zerts little inlaid menus.
Motion to strike.
motion to
You want
order
me to get rid of what you just said? No, I want to strike my kids.
I
They're
get
being
mad.
loud.
motion to order a Pizookie for the table.
all Pazookies all day.
Underneath
They
the bold
didn't even
letters.
have no blooming onions.
Yep.
That's a different
That's a different
restaurant.
restaurant,
That is
sir.
a completely.
The officer said he showed the group, and while doing so, a couple was walking out of the restaurant. Woman also engaged in an argument with that couple.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
do that.
She's
Don't
now
chime
You're not
in.
helping.
Don't chime
that,
in.
they were walking
Just
out and be
leave.
like, they did it.
Yeah.
Go,
Bitch.
yeah, bitch.
You gonna walk out on
Oh
us?
man! As the couple exited the restaurant, words were exchanged again, and the woman became very loud and
Sure.
disorderly,
Sure.
attracting the attention of other patrons. According to the
course.
arrest report, officer wrote in the report that he warned the woman about disorderly conduct, and that another person in the group tried to quiet her but was unable. It was like, Sherry, don't do it.
Right.
Oh no, they're not going to walk out of here and say that I did this.
Sherry, we are gonna get in trouble.
I thought it
That's
was all
Sherry
you.
for you.
You bet.
Sherry, fire you.
in the group and tried to quiet her, unable. At one point, the person tried to place her hand over the woman's mouth in another attempt to quiet her.
I
but
love
again,
that.
was unable to.
Childlike behavior.
It's over at that point.
This is
Once
the
you're
ba-
having to physically cover someone's mouth, it's
can't
already
do
like,
it.
And you're on their side.
Yeah, you're
it's
on the same
over.
side.
It's
You better
over.
be in a Will Ferrell sketch.
That's
Shut
right.
up. Just shut your fucking
shut
mouth.
up. Shut up.
Shut
Shut up.
Woman
Shut your
arrested.
fucking mouth.
Shut your mouth. Woman arrested. Bill paid once misunderstanding was cleared up. The woman was then placed under arrest and then transported to the Porter County Jail. Another person in the group went back in the restaurant and paid the bill in full after realizing the menu said all you can eat was every deal per person.
I love that someone immediately switched energy when they
Thank
were
you. They
proven
went,
wrong.
"Oh,
Like,
it's on the menu?"
Guys,
Oh,
they got us.
thank you.
We got to pay.
But too little, too late. A little
Little too
bit.
late.
Could you
I
imagine
mean,
being
this
in like
crew.
the drunk tank with,
Oh God.
and then like that
What'd
one
you
gets
do?
drunk? Yeah. It didn't say per
It
person.
did say per person. Okay.
I ate unlimited double crunch shrimp.
We tried to get a double crunch shrimp. All right, we're gonna get out of here on this, and then we have
Okay.
one more story. I think Jay, it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
The last story right here. Hey, I'm gonna pass the air. How old is the woman? The woman who got arrested for this Applebee's scam of epic proportions?
Do we know?
Shit
Is
ton of-
she the hand over the mouth person, or that was somebody else? We don't know.
She's
if
the
she was-
woman who was arrested. So,
Hand to
like,
God.
someone tried to put a hand over her. Someone
her
tried to
mouth.
silence her mouth. How old is she?
I'm getting called to a 43.
I like that guess.
That is
That's
the number
so
that's right.
solid.
I'm gonna
Funny.
go 47.
47. Okay, Jay, what do you think?
33.
Okay, get your answers in, townies. When we come back, we'll tell you what we have going on. Luke Null is with us.
The all you can handle, all you can eat woman.
Pretty songs,
Dirty
words.
words.
I'm sure this woman was trying to. She's singing like a bird and
Hey.
saying dirty
Hey.
words.
Reaching.
This woman was at Applebee's trying to scam it out for everybody to get the all you can eat. 28 years old. Yay! I was
Young
close.
and dumb.
33.
Yep.
All right, when we come back, we got a little misplaced anger, and maybe we'll get Luke to play a little guitar along. with
Yeah,
us.
let's do that. It's Dumb People Time with Luke Null. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, it's me, Daniel Van Kirk. I'm talking to you townies right now, and I'm on the road while doing it. And guess what? Chewy makes it even easier for me to be on the road when I have a little pet friend in my life, okay? These are our kids. These are our little furry kids. We love them so much. The thing I love most is I'm on the road. When I get home, I forget to do things. And there's nothing worse than getting home and realizing I forgot to get food for my cat or my dog or even my fish. Well, guess what? Thanks to Chewy's auto ship feature, you never have to feel like that. You never have to get that disappointed look from the animal in your life that you love so much. So what they do is they set up like reoccurring shipments of the essentials that like I love for all the animals in my life. And I never have to run out of anything. I can also do it for other family members of mine to be like, hey, I set this up for you. You're good. Merry Christmas. I took care of you. Yeah, I don't care what time of year it is. I'm just a caring person. When really I just want to make sure that their animal never runs out of food. And Chewy helps me do that. They're awesome. Speaking of not ever have to worry, Chewy has top tier 24/7 customer service. You can get the expert advice that you need. I get it over the phone. You can do it also over chat, day or night. Plus, if my pet or I don't love something, Chewy's 100% satisfaction guarantee lets me return it within a year. And guess how many questions are asked? None. So I think the answer is pretty clear. Go with Chewy. Make your life easier. Make your pet's life easier. And it's not just food either. They have like pet prescriptions, pet insurance, telehealth visits. They even are rolling out vet clinics across the country. Chewy's like the one-stop shop for like, I don't know, self-care, but also showing how much you love the animal in your life. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. That's it. Right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/DPT. That's chewy.com/DPT to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/DPT. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Before we jump in, and Luke's got the guitar.
If you're
I'm
watching,
so excited.
you'll see
If you're
this
watching,
guitar.
you'll see it.
Beautiful Martin guitar.
Gorgeous.
Look, it's dirty in the light.
Is this the
So do
guitar
I.
you played in your latest special, which is out on March 25th?
That is true.
This is the baby.
And
This
his
is
next
the baby.
special is called Dirty in the Light.
Dirty songs,
Dirty songs, pretty words.
Yes.
Pretty songs, dirty
No,
words.
I mean,
is
the
the
one after this
Oh,
one
yeah.
is going to be called Dirty in the Light.
Dirty in the Light.
Hey, we got some stuff coming up too. We're going to be in if this comes out before
Supersclars.com.
supersclars.com for all of our dates. We're going to be we found out when our Night Court episode's going to be airing on April 28th. Very excited about
Hell
that.
yeah.
But we've got lots of good stuff coming. I don't know if this drops around this time, but Minneapolis 20th through the 22nd. We're going to be in Denver at Comedy Works the 3rd through the 5th. We just added a date that we're going to do this cancer benefit at the Rialto in Raleigh,
Such an
North
awesome
Carolina.
time
Our
you're
buddy
gonna have.
Hayes Premier. I love him. He's running that
That's
theater.
on the 16th.
16th of April, and then we go to Moon Tower, and then we're doing a really cool theater in old historic Everett, Washington. That's
which is
on
just north of Seattle,
May
at
17th.
this big theater. So
all that stuff.
And people should be on the
superstars.com.
lookout for a little run of your guys'
two-man show. We're gonna pick a
two-man show. We'll pick
a
place.
theater, and then we're gonna do that maybe summer or fall.
Yeah,
Probably get
and we'll
that.
do like a month
we'll
of it. So you got like 30 chances to catch it. Superstars.com for all that stuff. Jay, let's jump into
Okay.
this final story.
Here's the
Before we jump all the way in, I wanted to put one little addendum on the last story, and that's
Do it.
Do it.
I was very much so guilty as a teen when we would go to the movies. We would just go to Steak and Shake after the fact. Yeah. And we would order the bottomless fries, and then just like 17 boys, of
course.
all around the table paying $5.99
for
the
one
endless-
set of bottomless fries.
That's right. And then on top of that, I would ironically meet up with my buddies every year at Chili's. We have an ironic that turned to genuine love of Chili's.
Yeah.
And we were all
knows it.
slamming Corona Ritas. Shout out to Corona Rita fans out there everywhere. And I remember we got it when we were talking about how the Corona Rita just using science to pour beer into your margarita, which is what you want.
That is what you want.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
the
some-
Reese's peanut butter cup of drinks.
Yeah, you got Corona in my margarita.
You got margarita, my Corona. Two great tastes that taste great together.
Yeah. And a guy turned to us while we were drinking Corona Ritas, right? We were ripping Corona Ritas, and he was like kind of threatened. He looked over to us and he just said, "This is kind of my Chili's."
No!
And we were like, we love this guy.
Yeah,
That's right.
You
You're
are.
like, goddamn right it is. And we are sorry that we are in your house
We were trying
ripping
to
Corona
disrespect-
Ritas.
For some reason, you just saying this is kind of my Chili's invoked the "now you can't leave" scene from A Bronx Tale. in my mind.
Yeah, he locks the door behind him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they felt like we were being disrespectful to the Corona Rita in his
In
house.
his house.
Right.
And then
That's
we
not the
really-
way we drink them, son.
We want him over though.
Yeah.
We
I'm
want
more of
him
an
over.
El Nino guy.
And that man was
really?
Chili
El
Davis.
Nino,
That
yeah.
man was Chili Davis. All right.
Chili Davis.
Jump in, Jay.
Here we go. This was sent in by Sean Anderson at Sean70. Woman discovers she's vandalized the wrong car after attempting to get back at her ex-boyfriend.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You gotta
you gotta
look an
know.
idiot.
You gotta be really. You gotta verify
You
What a
gotta
bad
know.
before you
tempered
vandalize.
I dug my key into
To
the
the
side of
that
your neighbor's little souped-up four-wheel drive.
Found out it wasn't his at all.
I then called my insurance and put in a claim.
Yeah. And they said, well, we would have covered it if it was your boyfriend's car.
You gotta work these things out first.
Let me just check your angry ex policy.
You got. I took. Come on. I took a small umbrella to his wheels. I had gap coverage. It didn't help.
All right, a Florida woman has left one neighbor disgruntled after mistakenly spray painting their car while trying to get back at her ex-boyfriend.
I mean, giant penis on the
Neighbor,
side.
you don't see your neighbor's
Neighbor.
car daily? You dummy.
Yeah. Unless do they have the same make and model?
Maybe. All right, here we go. Deputies
Didn't you
responded.
get in the wrong car once?
Yeah.
With
so
your mom and your daughter?
Oh, wait, the other day.
Didn't you walk all the way through a parking lot, sit down, get in the car, and go, "This isn't my
Yeah,
car"?
I was
with
like,
your
In
family?
the car?
in the car. So I don't know.
Someone
How,
just
left it
let
open.
hanging, huh?
I had like a gray
It was like
Chevy
you and Georgia
Bolt.
and your mom.
And my mom, no, me and Daisy and my mom,
Okay.
and we were like on Larchmont, and the cars that are there are parking spaces like just right up to the stores, kind
Yeah.
of at an angle.
Yeah.
And I parked my across the street, and we went across the street, and we were just doing a bunch of things. And then we came back, and I came back, and I saw the car where I had thought that I parked it. 2 spaces over, the exact same car had parked. And I opened the
Happens.
doors, and got in, and there's like a water bottle in there that
That's what
like
it was.
I did not recognize. Still tried to turn the car on. I'm like, who put this water bottle in
Anyway, I gotta go.
in my car? And then I was like, oh shit, we're all in the car. All of us have like gotten in someone else's car, which feels very like
it's just-
violating.
This is
in
not
some
my
way.
house.
Decked out with Back the Blue stickers.
No, Thin blue line. No, the best was the other day. This is how recent. Yesterday, wasn't it? Did we get back yesterday Yeah. from Minneapolis?
Yeah.
We get off the plane. I have to go to the bathroom, and we just have carry-on, like rolling away luggage. Randy's standing with my bag, and I'm like, I got to go. He's like, I don't. So watch my bag. I go in. I come out of the bathroom to where Randy was standing before, and there is a bag there that looks like mine. Randy has moved to the center
Oh, no.
thing.
Oh,
I
no.
just
Oh, no.
grab the bag and start wheeling it, and the guy's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, yourself. And he's like, that's my bag. And I'm like, oh, shit. It is your bag. That, and we were getting off the same plane back to L.A., and there was a nun sitting in on Jay's on the aisle, and there's a nun on the window of his aisle. And she's like, hey, can you take that? Can you bring down my bag? Can you help me bring my bag down? And we're like, sure, of
What
course.
have you ever done for anyone?
Yeah, I was like, sure, of course. So we bring her bag down, and I'm like, oh, this is heavy. What do you got? The expensive drugs in here?
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Classic.
laughs,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
laughs, classic. And I was like, we'll take it to do you want us to wheel it up to the front for you and whatnot, and I'll take this other
Skybridge.
bag. So Jay's like, I'll wheel that bag up to the front for you. And I thought Jay was going to wait up there off the jet, like right off the plane, just wait and hand her the bag.
Yeah.
This is what Jay does.
No, the woman behind me took it. She said, I'll take it.
I thought
she
it was
took-
you.
No,
She
she
was-
what
you
did you-
just
what
She
handed
took it. I thought it was Jay who
No.
just took it and just left it by the cockpit. It's just sitting there with the guy, and I'm like, it's a generic black bag with like maybe an
Yeah.
orange
No,
tag
no,
on
no.
it.
So
and I was like,
the
and then I
woman
see
behind
Jay
me
at the
said-
end of the jetway. I'm like, what are you
The
doing?
woman behind me said, I will take care of this and give it to her.
She literally just
She
dropped
just
it off
left it.
and then left.
That's
And
so
I said
funny.
to the crew, I'm like, is this someone's bag? And they're like, I don't know. And then I said, and the nun started walking off without it. And I was like, ma'am, this is
Nun.
your bag right here.
And then
And
you,
she's like,
you unzip it to check
How
and
ma-
see what's in there. It's just filled
my
with
God.
holy water.
just tons of
You're
holy
like, how many
water.
bags did you come with? And she's like, none. All right.
How many
Deputies,
bags did you leave with? None.
deputies responded to a vandalism call about a young woman spray painting the wrong car. She thought it was her ex vehicle in Deltona. On Deltona sounds like a combination of Daytona
It is
and
Look,
right
look
by
straight
Daytona.
ahead. Look straight ahead.
that's
Oh,
the car.
God,
That's the car.
Oh,
This will be
man.
up at YouTube on YouTube.
Deltona
It
and
says
Wait, it says Jason.
Yeah.
yeah, way to go, Jay.
It
Sorry,
says Jason Devil.
Jason. Oh my God.
26. Volusia Sheriff's Office stated in a news release shared on Facebook, of course, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
She
Photo accompanying the news release shows the vandalized car
Yeah.
covered in bright yellow
Oh,
spray
my
paint.
gosh.
These
Oh
are-
my God.
What is that? Which car is that? Can we
It
tell?
looks like a
That's
Tesla.
an Infinity.
Or
Infinity.
We're not going to tell you how old.
With the smiley faces.
Oh my God.
Evelina Fabianski.
Evelina Fabianski.
Oh, that's a Deltona name right
Yeah,
there.
right there. Or a Pulp Fiction name.
Evelina Fabianski, per local news outlet,
Wasn't that like Bruce Willis's? That, like,
Yeah, his
buddies.
love interest.
Yeah.
right, was joined
Butch is.
at the scene by 2 years younger than her female accomplice, according to the police. They were both arrested and charged. So you know the friend was like, we're doing this.
The greatest
just-
day
that's
I've
my-
ever known.
Okay. Responding deputies spotted 2 female subjects in the area. We're not going to say their ages. One of whom had yellow spray paint on her sweatpants.
Yes.
Oh, caught her yellow-handed.
Who me?
I didn't do it.
What? How do you know?
Yeah. That's the
she-
lipstick on the collar.
When
moment.
questioned, she admitted she was upset with her ex-boyfriend, so she and her friend decided to spray paint and throw
Wow.
eggs at what they thought was her vehicle.
You
What
can't
they
do this.
thought. You can't be 60% sure we're doing this to the right car.
Why
Yeah.
just do eggs?
I'm about to say pick eggs,
Eggs.
or spray paint.
Eggs is cleaner.
And the
Eggs
price-
Eggs is
the
still a
price of
hassle
eggs these
and
days?
annoying.
I know the price of eggs.
Price of
is-
eggs these days is just wasteful. But I mean, come on.
She really loved
Yeah,
them.
I've been making scrambled spray paint.
That's right.
For my ex.
Yeah.
A lot of
All right.
protein. A lot of protein.
The owner of the vandalized car told police he returned home around what time? And parked his car across the street from his home.
He returned at 8:45.
No, he returned and parked his car. So his car's fine.
Oh, I thought you said the owner of the
Oh, no,
vandalized
sorry.
car.
I'm sorry. The owner of the vandalized car told police he returned home around what
Yeah.
time, local time, parked his car across the street from his home. So
I
he
said-
parked across the
Oh,
street
6
from his home.
p.m.
8:45.
I'll go with the cool 7:15.
How about 3 p.m.? Oh, jeez.
Okay, yeah.
Law and crime reported. Do you get
Well,
your
when
news
he
from
parked
Law
the
and
car
crime?
there is irrelevant.
Yeah, but he
To
parked
what
it
time
across
she-
the street.
Yeah.
from
Right, but
his
also
house.
like
It had to just be
the
there.
timing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
It could
she-
be there all day.
it was there when she
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
It was there when it was dark out.
I'm more curious about when the boyfriend arrives home to see that he's dodged a bullet,
Right.
so
Oh
to
my
speak,
God.
and be like,
In
oh,
many ways.
that
Yeah.
was,
If I'm
that
him,
was
you know,
Fabianski.
and she's all upset about this breakup, I'd be like, you don't even know what car's mine.
Right.
right.
So
You don't
are
know
you really
me.
that in love?
you
Are you
weren't
really
listening.
that mad? You don't even know what car I drive.
You don't know me. Police recovered an empty Crown Royal bottle,
Sure.
a scale,
Little fun fuel.
A scale.
scale,
Oh, they're dealing.
and a
Dealing
can of
Crown.
yellow spray paint at the scene, and witnessed the girl driving her vehicle with 2 open containers of Four Loko in plain
Sure.
view.
Two?
Well,
If
one
you
for the
drink
friend.
2 Four Locos, you die.
That's right. 2
Two in a night
Two.
is
Two
you're
in a
done.
night.
That's 8 Loco.
That's 8 Loco, and that's
8
too many
Loco.
Locos.
It's
Too
got
many
Too many Locos.
Times 2. In a video of the arrest obtained by WKMG News 6, Fabianski is seen being put in handcuffs and being placed in the car. The other woman seen wearing red hoodie says, "I wasn't really involved in this."
Was
That's
it
her quote.
really?
That was her
Way
quote.
to throw her friend under the bus.
Despite a policeman saying in the clip that she was covered in yellow spray.
yeah. What? I wasn't involved.
She should have played I Got Hit Too.
I
Yeah.
was downwind.
She got me.
She tagged me.
So glad you're here.
According to the
I'm tagging
police
this relationship.
news release, Fabianski was charged with criminal mischief, contributing to the delinquency, possession of alcohol, and driving.
Good
under
read,
the
Jay.
influence. Well, it's going to reveal their age.
Yeah, that. I mean, honestly, if you're doing this type of stuff, you might be in the minors. zone.
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
The vehicle damages are reported at a cost of how much, according to Law and Crime, which is where I get all my
You saw that.
What kind of damage?
Oh, you got to
got
repaint that, and you need
Yeah,
to.
it's a $6,000 job.
Oh yeah. Oh, that might be $8,000.
Go 8.
Well, we're down in Deltona, so they could do it for 4K.
Yeah,
4K. Well, 2 of you are 1,000 off.
Oh, yeah,
$5,000.
$5,000. Still incredible.
Fabianski was booked into the Volusia County Branch Jail before being released
We've been
later
there a
that
lot in
afternoon
this
on
podcast.
Wednesday, February 26th, according to the New York Post. I'm going to get out of here on this.
Okay.
How old
Yeah.
is Evelina Fabianski? And how old was her accomplice?
Are they the
like
same age?
Italian
2 years apart.
2 years
Okay.
apart.
Italian Polish. Fabianski.
23 and 21.
Ooh.
All right, give him a microphone.
I'm
to
gonna
his-
go. I'm gonna go.
No. I mean, I can just
Yeah,
give
he's
it more
got it.
juice.
Yeah, give
I want
it
to make
juice.
sure that he can still rip his.
I'm gonna go
his quips.
17 and 19.
17 and
That
19?
is the perfect age, because if we're getting
You can
contributing
join me.
to the age
You
of a
can
minor,
join
I'm
us.
going in on a 17.
So this
19.
is a minor crime of a major
Yeah.
major
Her
mistake.
friend was 17. She's like 18, 19.
minor
Oh, so
affairs
it'll
of
be
the
18,
heart.
16,
Why
19.
bring the scale to this crime?
I know.
Why are we bringing scales to this crime? Or was this actually more of a mastermind situation where they knew that the scale is inside of the neighbor's car
Yeah.
and they broke? It didn't seem like they broke into the car though.
They just sprayed it.
Yeah, they just sprayed the car. I was about to say if they broke in, then I'm like, maybe the scale was inside of the car. It wasn't. They BYOS'd.
He brought their own
They
scale.
brought their own scale.
To an
Alternate
egging.
idea, maybe it was a food scale, and they wanted to know how many ounces of eggs they were throwing
Yeah, they're
at
like-
that car.
It's important to do the serving size of eggs for this infinity.
Especially in this economy.
Serving size on this infinity. This economy.
This economy.
All right, maybe I'm going to adjust mine to 18 and 16 just to
Love
be
it,
different.
love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Get your answers in before I give our answers as we play them out. Please watch the
Pretty
special.
songs, dirty,
Dirty
words.
Words.
It's
It's
going to be
all
on
coming.
YouTube. You can check
The
it out.
25th of March.
800-pound
Forever
gorillas.
After.
Yeah.
Come
just-
see us live wherever you go, and one
Come
of
see
you is
Daniel
exactly right on the
Okay.
ages.
Right.
And I'm the first full all-nude special on YouTube.
First all the special, full frontal nudity.
Full frontal
Did you
nullity.
say 16 and
I
18?
said 16 and 18.
You're right.
Yeah. That makes more sense now because
Great job.
I'm like, only an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old would slam a bottle of Crown Royal and then crack open 2 Four Logos.
And one of them
Joel
probably
died.
said, "All I know is his car is black."
And that's it.
All right, you guys, that is the show. Love you, Luke. Love you,
And I you.
Daniel.
Thank you for
And,
having me.
Oh, snap, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, Make a sound, there's more Dumb People Town.